Hey, what's going on, guys? This is KNasty39 here. Welcome back to an Oakland A's franchise. This is episode number 29. We blew another 3-1 series lead, so we are now going into the offseason. We got to make some moves. This is just, I feel like it's in our DNA to blow a 3-1 series lead. I mean, we've won one World Series. We've been to like 6, but we just can't get over the hump, so we got to make some moves. So this offseason's, I don't know, it's going to be tough, but we're going to do some stuff. Our first base coach, Serrano, retired. He got sick of it too. Let's see what we have for retired players. No one on our team. Let's take a look. Any players who might be maybe some Hall of Famers. Don't see anyone on this page yet. Giancarlo Stanton probably is. Finished with 517 home runs. Yeah, that's Hall of Fame. Harper, 488 career home runs, 2,400 career hits. That's a Hall of Fame career. I mean, his WAR is probably close to 100, 75.8. Addison Russell. Did he have? Nah. He had a lot of home runs for a shortstop. Retired at 34. It's pretty young. Probably not a Hall of Famer. A.J. Reed. It's a pretty good hitter, but did nothing in this. I actually kind of like him in real life. Chris Bryant. Man, some big names retired. Is he a Hall of Famer? I don't know. He didn't have... I mean, it's only a 13-year career for him. Wilson Contreras. Man, all these, like... Man, there's some big names that retired. He's not a Hall of Famer. I mean... Ryan Healy retired. Actually, he still could play. Hit 39 bombs last year. And that's it. So, Altuve retired. He was a free agent. Harper. Wait. Stanton didn't make the Hall of Fame. All right. Bumgarner and Jansen. So, yeah, that's a really... I mean, maybe they can't make it because they only count first-time ballot. I don't know. The point is he didn't make it. All right, so we have some decisions to make. Now, Villalobos, 93 overall. Dude can play. He's going to be expensive, but we need to get him back. So, 5-year... he only wants a 2-year deal? I'll give you more. You're 25. I'll give you a 5-year deal. Give him a qualifying offer as well, just in case he doesn't like it. Larry Hutchinson. He pitched well. I'm not sure if we'll... I think we should keep him. I mean, he's been really good. I mean, we don't get that 1 point... I mean, his contract before was $1.5 million for like 4 years. Let's tender a qualifying offer on him first. He doesn't like a 2-year deal, but a 2-year with a player option maybe. Brian Feller out of the bullpen. If he's like under $5 million, $6 million, I'm gonna let him walk. Alex Jackson at catcher. I think we have a young catcher coming. Moreno, but he's still a little bit away. And he's not really that great. Alex Jackson's not a bad catcher. I mean, he hit 9 home runs, 250, on base 335. I mean, it's a catcher. Just remember that. 2.6 WAR because he's okay. Now, his contract, he wants take about 4.5. Let's at least sign him. Worst case, he's a backup. But other than that, I think I can just do all this by myself without you guys, and I'll just explain in a second. So you're going to see a finished product right now. All right, so there wasn't really a whole lot to do. I mean, Angel Perez, the 24-year-old youngster, not much power, but looks to be a good contact hitter, good durability. I hope that fielding kind of increases. But he had a solid rookie year, 251 average, 341 on base, slugging, which was a little higher. Means wins above replacement was sitting at a 1.3, which isn't great, but he's only 24. A.J. Warner, now I'm giving him a contract. I really don't want him back. The contract's only for $3.3 million, but I'm kind of hoping like we can find a better option. We'll just use him as trade bait. The rest of these guys are just youngsters. Now, this may be an option for our DH is Jesse Preston. I mean, he does have good durability. Now, I've seen this a couple times in the comments. I do want to explain something. You guys are saying, why does durability matter when I have injuries off? Durability affects fatigue. So basically, if you have 50 durability and you want them to play every day as a non-designated hitter, they will probably miss 30 to 40 games because they get tired. Fatigue is a thing. So that's what durability is about. So when you're asking, why do you care about durability when injuries off? Because of fatigue. Now, if you put a guy at DH, durability doesn't really matter. They really just, it doesn't go down. So you don't have to worry about that at DH. But at other positions, it does matter. So that's why it's there. Other than that, not a whole lot here. Mickey Jones, definitely want to keep him for speed. But we do have the youngster. Where is he? The center fielder, not Lair. Where is he? Right here. He's only 20. Good contact. Terrible durability. Terrible fielding, but good speed. I'm kind of not sure what to do with Pedro because, I mean, he doesn't have the fielding. He doesn't have the durability to play every day. Maybe a future DH. Just that contact vision would have to be better. But the guy can steal bases. Like, he could probably steal 50 bases in the bigs right now. So, let's see if they accept those contracts. I don't care about these guys. I really, John, I don't know, he's just some regular reliever, like minor leaguer. For some reason, didn't want to stay in the organization. Okay. All right, so we are still waiting on, okay, so, Hutchinson did accept that contract. Villalobos has not, so let's give him a 5-year, let's change it up, give him a player option on that 5th year. We'll give him a little bit more money. Our budget is really, we can't afford it. So right now we don't have enough money to afford Villalobos, so we have to make some money. I want to keep him. We got to get rid of some other people. Bregman didn't have a great year. The 33 million, that might actually be someone that we move on from. But that's play great defense. But I mean, if I'm paying you $33 million and your WAR is only not even 6, that's a problem. Griffith's a good contract. Hudson, that's fine. Ed Wiles, this is a guy we're going to move on from. He's definitely struggled, especially in the playoffs. I never really trust him. $10 million for a reliever. We do have young guys coming up. We have Ullman. We have Chavez. We got Cetus Clark. And then we also have like Jimmy Elliott, Joe Vega, Eric Gordon. Feller is a free agent. So let's get rid of Ed Wiles. No trades were found for prospects. I mean, I could probably... The problem is we got to find... No one's like signed the prospect yet, but we got to trade him now because we need to be able to get Villalobos. I don't want him to go on the market because I feel like he will sign elsewhere. So let's see. I don't want to just give him away. That's the thing too. We can't just be like, we're giving you away. So let's see. We got, so right now we have Tavares at first and Warner. Let's see if we can find like a legit first baseman. And like I said, I mean, I just want someone who can play maybe above average defense, like 75 fielding with good durability. Oh man. See, I wish his fielding was better, but the dude can hit. Jesus Villara. Now Bellinger's out there. Could we get Bellinger to work? Oh. We give up Bregman. We give up Wiles. We save about $17 million. We get a year younger. Bellinger last year hit 277, 36 home runs, got on base. What was his wins above replacement? It was only 5, but so that, I mean, his WAR is not is actually a little worse than Bregman. However, he was $7 million less. Derek Griffin can be our third baseman or our second baseman. That's actually a really intriguing trade. Now the thing is, he could retire in like literally 2 years, but he has 5 years left in the deal. Usually they don't. Now we're gonna have to get rid of that contract eventually because he'll probably start being ass. But I think that trade worked. So I'm not sure if they'll do it, but we get rid of Wiles, we get rid of Bregman, but we get Cody Bellinger. Yeah, and see, they're just not gonna do it. That stinks. I don't want to just... We got to find something. Got to find something at first. Matt Olson. It's not that good anymore, unfortunately. Actually, it wasn't that bad last year. 28 home runs, 282 average, but... yeah, nah, we can do better than that. Nakajima's a good player. We've seen him in some playoff series. Dominic Smith last year of a deal. I kind of like Dominic Smith. No, he didn't have a great year, but he does. I mean, his cheap. He can field. Good durability. He's going to play every day. We don't save a ton of money on it. We save a couple $1 million, but we get our first baseman, and they're not. No team wants to do a trade. Okay, I guess this is what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to hope no one signs Villalobos. We really can't. We can give him that deal. We can't go after anyone else in free agency. I'm not sure if anyone I really want. I mean, maybe like a pitcher, but we're going to have to wait. And now that happened. All right. So he has no offers right now. This is really... We're in a tough bind. We actually have too many people in the organization. Let's just cut some dead weight. Some like C potential players that I'm not too worried about. All right. Does he have a contract offer from anyone? He does not. So, what can we afford per year? I wish it was... I hate how they have the weekly amount. We can't even afford that much. We have to get rid of some dead weight. Let's see if they'll do trades now that free agency started. All right, now they're doing trades. Okay, great. Oh my God, people really like Ed Wiles. We can get a lot for him. Do I want to just get a prospect from him? Maybe. I like that idea from the Cardinals. All right, let's see how these players look. Hacker, a left fielder. Good durability, but he doesn't seem like he can hit. There was a shortstop in this as well. Yeah, I mean, he's never going to be able to hit. And there's a starter. Let me just do a manual trade, I guess. There was a first baseman on the Phillies that I liked. Obviously, there was Bellinger, but let's try that Bellinger trade again, I guess. Yeah, so they don't want to do it, but I wish they would sign this guy. I like this guy. So let's look at other first basemen, I guess. Dominic Smith. If we don't save a lot of money there, but we do save money. All right, there we go. We get Dominic Smith. So we get our first baseman. I could have got some prospects from him, but I want a guy who can help us now, and he can definitely help us now. I mean, I'm hoping for him to hit like 25 home runs, get on base at like a 340 clip would be nice, and play that elite defense. That's fine. I think Tavares as our DH will be fine. So let's get rid of Warner. We'll save $3.3 million. Oh, we get a closer prospect, 71 overall. I'll do that from the Orioles. That works perfectly what I'm looking for. All right, we now... so Griffith can play second. So he's our second baseman. Bregman's our third baseman. Our shortstop's Whitaker. Left fielder is Asperardi. But I actually may use Preston. Now, his fielding is garbage, but he can hit. But his fielding's not much better. Our center fielder right now is Villalobos. If we can keep him, Perez and right. We got to find some money to save. Now, could I move Bregman and get either a third baseman or a second baseman who's a little bit better? Or cheaper? Who's not maybe not as good, but cheaper? And then we can kind of figure out from there. Ooh, Ray Burris maybe? Good fielder. 99 fielding. Rugnan Odor, no. Ian Happ's $33 million. It's literally a little more money, actually. Luis Diaz, former A, having a good year. Lauer, he has some nice flow on that hair. I'm kind of intrigued by this Lauer guy. He's a 20 home run guy pretty consistently. Gets some stolen bases, gets on base. So we could save, that saves us $15 million right there, and they would do the deal. I want to get something else, though, in return. He's not signed to a contract yet. This guy is. I mean, I'm not sure how great of a player this Calderon will be, but I want him in it. And maybe another prospect, but none of these guys have been signed, which stinks. Oh, he has. We can get this right fielder. Now, he's a top 50 prospect. He's already 22, 54 overall. Wada, that was one of our former prospects, I believe. I'll probably just take that right fielder. So, I mean, we get a second baseman. Guy can hit. He can. He's not a great fielder, but he's second base. I'm not too worried about it, but he hits home runs. He steals bases, kind of like Whitaker, I feel like. And he has a really team-friendly deal for the next 4 years. Now, he is 30, but Bregman's 33 or 34. 34. So, we got Whitaker for third. Not Whitaker for third. We got Griffith for third. Last year of his deal before. He's expensive. But, they don't want to do it. We got to... Maybe it's the money. Damn it. Let me take off the right fielder. Maybe if I add someone else? Let me take rid of the closer. If not, I guess they don't want to trade him. I hate how it says they want to do it, but they don't want to do it. You know what? Let's just do the old-fashioned, what can we get for Bregman? Austin Meadows. But I want to get something. We can get Anderson Espinosa and a reliever. But I want the money back to be really cheap. We can get Brandon McKay from our Detroit franchise. But we just got a first baseman. So that's probably going to... But they did offer us another trade. No. Michael Kopech. No, Mikey Smalls, our boy Mikey Smalls. I'm not taking on $14 million in salary there. Ooh. Josh Hader. We get Josh Morgan. No. I mean, we could just let Villalobos go, but I really don't want to do that. Because, I mean, he's only 25. We get a closer there. We get a starter there. Malik Smith. I mean, we're seeing similar names. You know what? Let's do this. Prospect. No one is found for prospects. I guess we're gonna have to keep figuring out. Oh, this might be a longer video because it's. Ooh, Vaughn Jones. This guy I'm intrigued by because he's only $4.5 million for this year. And he's 2 more years, so he's a free agent. So next year will probably be about $9, $10, $11 million for that 1 year. Not a great player, but a really solid player. Does a lot of things well. But he did hit almost 30 home runs and 20 stolen bases last year. So could we get maybe... I might have to include Rosenthal for money. They may not want to do it because of money, but I would take Rosenthal for 1 year. See if we can get maybe another prospect in here. Just because right now they actually will. It says they'll do it, and I don't know if they actually will, but it says they will. Which I hope they do fix that next year. They haven't signed like anyone else on their team, so let's just see it as is. Will they do it? It's a borderline. I don't want to say it's a salary dump because this is a good player. Vaughn Jones' wins above replacement last year, for instance, was 3.5. That's a solid player, and we save $28 million, and they don't want to do it. If we include Rosenthal, they do it. There we go. So we got rid of Bregman, but now that should give us a chance. We have too many people on our roster to re-sign Villalobos. So let me just cut a couple people. This guy he didn't even want to stay with us. Well, cut your ass. All right, now we should be able to hopefully get him. Our roster size is not. All right. All right, let me just get rid of these pictures that are basically, if you're older, I really don't care about you. Sorry. Or I see potential, like this guy. Nice overall, but I shouldn't have re-signed you. Right, we can barely give him this contract. Like, we barely have enough. Give him a player option. Actually, let's see. Can I do, if I do more years? I don't have a problem giving him years. Like, 5 years, he'll be 30. All right, we got him. We kept Villalobos. That was huge. So, now, I mean, Rosenthal's nice, but for $13 million, $11 million, let's see what we can just get in return. Oh, we can get a... What does this third baseman look like? We can get a 18-year-old, A potential prospect from the Red Sox. I mean, I'm not sure how good he'll be, but this is mostly a salary dump. And we also get this right fielder who's a B potential. Yeah, and then this reliever. I don't even know anything about this reliever. He's probably, I think he was a C or a D. He's a C. 21 years old, though, so I mean, he might turn into something. He's already a 74. And we're just basically dumping $11 million, which now I can go and get maybe 1 or 2 relievers. Because I still think we need a stud reliever. Our starting rotation, let's take a look at the team now. Because we were able to keep... Villalobos. That was like the big part of this offseason. So we got Hutchinson, Weaver, Crockett, Dabrowski, and I guess, I don't know, Francisco maybe? Salgado? Maybe we'll move on from Crockett. He was garbage at the end of the last year. He's $13 million. Let's see what we can get for Crockett. We're making changes, boys. See if there's like a... I might wait longer into the offseason to trade him. Because I think Salgado's ready to be a big leaguer. So let's make sure he's on the Major League roster. Francisco, I think he'll bounce back. I mean, he pitched 57 innings, so ERA north of 5, but I still liked him as a player. And I mean, we got like layers coming up. So relievers, like I said, we got 3 85s, an 87, and an 80. And then we got this youngster, Clark. Catchers, Let's add you to the 40-man because you're going to be our backup. I can now send him to AAA because he was a Rule 5 pick. We got these young guys coming. Actually, I want you in AAA. I want Vaccaro, the B potential, to be on the big leagues. So Dominic Smith is going to be our first baseman. Tavares will be our DH versus right-handers with that power. Vaughn Jones is our second baseman. Phil Klein is a pretty good player. I'm not sure who our DH versus left-handers will be yet. We'll have to figure that out and see if we have anyone in the system who just mashes lefties. Kind of like this guy, Sandoval. He will definitely be on the big league roster. I think he will be our DH versus lefties, another power bat. So let's add him to the 40-man now. His shortstop's this Nova guy, he's 29, but he's a solid player. But we also have Javier, as priority in left. Even though I might put Preston, I don't know. I mean, he's terrible at fielding, but he has a good arm. He's not much better. I might trade Asparati. Center field is Villalobos. Right field is Perez. Actually, I forgot to check to make sure no one's eligible for the Rule 5 draft, and then we can continue the offseason. I might move Asparati as well. Like, this is this team's not going to look very similar, but this is the problem when you have a small market. I'm trying to keep... That's why I always mention, guys, it was so important for us to continue to have a good farm system because what's happening, as you can see, our young guys now are becoming expensive, and then you have to either keep them or you have to let them go. Now, if you want to keep them, like I said, they're expensive. But if you let them go, then you're going to have someone come back who's cheap in the return, because young players are always cheap, so you want to have that good farm system. You can just call the next guy up, and boom, you got a replacement. So that is why it's so important to draft well, to scout well, to make smart trades. Like, I think I'm going to have Preston be on the big league roster. I just think he gives us more of an upside than Asparati. Even though he had a good year last year. Actually, I'll give Asparati another year. He had a really good year last year looking back at that. What was his wins above replacement? It was a 3.1. Preston's there as a backup. If he's struggling, Preston's getting the job. Let's make sure these guys aren't eligible for the Rule 5 draft. Benitez, I don't care. I'll add him to it. I think we have room on it. All right, so, and I'm still hoping to trade Crockett. Profar. Hunter Green is a Yankee. 6-year deal for the 29-year-old. Rowan Mondesi he didn't even play last year. Got a 3-year deal worth $64 million. Jeez, all these teams have money. We're like struggling. Alberto Mora is an Astro. Nick Williams is a Royal. Ronaldo Lopez, is a Mariner. All right, we already did our 40-man. Amir Garrett is a Brewer. We already did arbitration. Gleyber Torres is he was a big prize free agent of this offseason, is a Red. So that's good. He's in the National League. Dan Vogelbach is a Mariner, I believe again. Paulino got traded for actually Miguel Diaz is a 90 overall reliever. All right, it's going really slow. There we go. We're at the Rule 5 draft. Let's see. Any one of our players get picked? I don't believe so. I don't see any names, and I'm not seeing anyone here I'm really intrigued by. A reliever, maybe? Nah. All right, I'll just go a little bit further into the offseason. Like I said, then I do want to move on Crockett. I mean, we can afford him. I just didn't like how he played. He was garbage. And I would rather just go cheaper. That will save us some more money in the future because he is in the final year of his deal, and I'm not sure if I think he would accept arbitration. I mean, what do you call it? The qualifying offer. Unfortunately, I feel like I don't see really any studs. So let's see if we can get like a really good reliever. Still, a lot of these guys haven't signed. We got to hire a coach, too. I forgot about that. First base coach, I believe. Let's see. There we go. 44-year-old A. Perfect. 15-year deal. Lou Obara. I believe that's a former prospect of ours. No, that was a pitcher I'm thinking of. Derek Fisher. Former player, I think, for us. I can't remember. No, I'm thinking of someone else. Okay, we got the first base coach. Hunter Dozier is a Rocky, a 1-year deal versus $9.6 million. Arbitration with Mickey Jones. Is that with Jones? Damn it, that's $2 million. I did not think they would take with him. All right, now let's see what we can get. I mean, we can do prospects. But I might just, yeah, because these guys I'm really not liking. So let's see if we can get, ooh, holy cow. Could I get this? This could be our future closer. Pitched really well last year. We include Crockett. What's it like? Shortstops. We actually have a young shortstop. We have Cabrera and I believe, yeah, and there's Rayner. Let's see. Cabrera I'm actually kind of higher on than Rayner. Because Rayner, I don't know. So we include that, it gets the deal done. So yeah, even though his name potential is already 24, he's 22 and he's 11 overall higher. So let's do that. We get a stud closer, and they actually accepted it for once. The teams did it. So let's make sure the team's looking good before we end the video, boys. Francisco, we'll have Ramos maybe be our long man, or Salazar, who's kind of struggling. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But our 5 will be Hutchinson, Weaver, Dabrowski, Salgado, and then Francisco. I think Ramos will definitely be our long man. I just want to change that now. The bullpen, we got Elliott, Vega, Gordon, Eugene Green is already, and Ullman. We got 2 lefties, and then we maybe can have Chavez or Clark. They're coming up there. And we got these other young guys here, too. Well, Shaver's 28, but these other guys, so we got other young closers coming up. Catcher is Alex Jackson, first baseman, Dominic Smith. Tavares is our right-handed DH. Vaughn Jones, second. Phil Klein's a super utility guy. Griffin's at third. Sandoval's our DH versus lefties. Shortstop, Whitaker. Left fielder's Asperati. Center fielder's Villalobos. Right fielder's Perez. Mickey Jones is a speed guy. Our team's looking pretty good. I like it. So we can finish the off season. Let's just end spring training. And let's get this, because obviously they're going to screw stuff up. Yeah, I want you in AAA. I want you on the big leagues. Cetus. What a name. Where is he from? Puerto Rico. I thought he was going to be from West Virginia. Well, we actually don't need Cetus. We have a very full bullpen as is. Wait. I feel like we're missing someone. 2, 3. No, never mind. Are we? I don't know, but Cetus can go actually to AAA. So we got catcher first. There's second. Oh, there's Sandoval. There's a guy we're missing. And we may not need him. How did he do last year? Yeah, he really struggled last year. Mickey Jones, I definitely want on the big league roster. Sean Robles, I don't. Even his innate potential, I'm just not too high on the dude. All right. So I want Green to be our closer because I want to have the lefties here. I think we're good. Salgado, Dabrowski, and Ramos. Okay. So I feel like I'm forgetting someone. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I am. Francisco. He's way down here. That's what I wanted. And I wanted Ramos to be the long man. That was it. Holy cow. I knew something was up. Even though Francisco was only a 74, he hates his contract. He was a high prospect. So I know Ramos is his top 50, but I like Francisco a lot. And he's a lefty. Well, I guess Ramos is too. Lineup: Whitaker, Griffith, Villalobos, Tavares, I want Dom Smith ahead, and Tavares, Vaughn Jones, Asperati, Perez, Jackson. Perfect. Now versus lefties. I want Dom Smith playing. Even though he's not great versus lefties, it's good enough. And then I want Sandoval as our DH versus lefties. Dude can hit for power. I'll move him up in the lineup. And boom. That should be good. All right. That's the team, boys. Actually, I think we have one too many guys on the roster, so I will call down probably Donovan Stokes. Even though he can hit, we just don't need him. He has to pass waivers. He'll clear. All right, that's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Drop a like if you did. I'll talk to you later, boys. Take it easy.